We all experienced the spread of this coronavirus and then the lockdown. This lockdown gave momentum to online learning. Now, history speaks about the need for human connection and this beautiful teacher-student relationship. These days, there are apps which are not only trying to simulate and give students a better classroom feel even in the online format of learning, but they are also trying to retain this very connection and relationship between the teacher and student. Microsoft Teams is one such app. Let's review the top ways of using Microsoft Teams to its fullest potential. Welcome to episode 6, Online Learning. So this is the Microsoft Teams app. Microsoft Teams is available on the Play Store. It's available on iOS and it's available as a web version. And this is free for students and teachers who have a Microsoft account. Okay, so first things first. Now, as soon as we download Microsoft Teams, this is what comes up. So there are two options, create a team or join a team. Very simple. I have made a team for class 10 mathematics. Now, I'll very quickly, without wasting more time, go on to the top features of Teams. The first feature, which is communication. Now, what about communication? Of course, just click on the posts. I am inside my team. I have added all my students in this team. Click on posts. And when you click on posts, you can between the teacher and student to student, moderated by the teacher. There can be a lot of communication within the class, during class hours and even after class hours. And the entire record of all that communication remains on the class team. This is not the only way of communicating. What else? We have this option, if you see on the side tab, it's called calls. Click on calls. You can add speed dial, add a number or add the name of the person, and you can have an audio call or a video call. Yet again, click on chat, and when you click on chat, you can again have an audio call or a video call. Now, the next option, so the collaboration option over here in Teams is provided with this plus sign. This plus sign does all the wonders. Click on plus. And there is this whole world of apps, any single app that you can think of, and you can just add these apps into your classroom. How do we add these apps? Very, very simple. Suppose there's Flipgrid or there is a website. You just click on any app or Khan Academy or whatever you think you are using, or for quizzes. There are all kinds of apps. So if I click on website, I just click on that and I click on add to the panel, and it adds as a tab right here. As you can see, website is added. So whatever you think you want to add in your classroom, just keep clicking on plus and that app gets added. So now that I have website and Flipgrid added, my children can refer to a bunch of websites. They can refer to some YouTube channels. They can make audio notes. They can make video notes. All of those facilities will be available to all the children within this team. Okay, so collaboration, easy. Communication, easy. What else? Click on files. All class materials. Any kind of file, audio, video, text, any kind of file can then just be added here, and easy for the teacher, easy for the students. Next, assignments. These days, teachers want to differentiate. You want to have assignments based on task and outcome. So, whatever kind of assignment you want, just create. You can make an assignment, add a category, add resources. You can differentiate your assignments, make them friendly to your learners, add rubrics, add the deadline date and time due, and then of course you've also got grades as and when the children will turn in. All the children who are added in, their grades can be entered here, and it just creates some sort of a mark book also in a very organized manner along with your feedback. Now I come to the best part. Microsoft Teams allows you to create a completely bagless classroom. Bagless for students, bagless for teachers. because the teacher can create a class notebook within Microsoft Teams. This allows the teacher to have all her students' work on her laptop or even on her phone. She doesn't need to carry anything on her bag, and even the children don't need to carry anything. It's all there on their Microsoft account. So what does the notebook look like? It looks like this. It has 3 parts. One part is the content part, which is a read-only, which only the teacher can enter. She or he can enter all the resources which they want the entire class to see. Collaboration is a space where the children can listen to each other's point of view. For example, like if there's a question and you want everybody to take this quiz, or you want everybody to hear each other's voices, so they click on the collaboration space and everybody drops a line. That line could be either written, textual, it could be audio, it could be video. Similarly, when the teacher gives a feedback, the teacher can also give a feedback which is audio, video, any kind of feedback. Now look at this feature. There's a dictate feature as well. You can have text to speech feature within OneNote notebook. Then comes the private space. It's only for each student, but the teacher can see everybody's private space, and the teacher can go on and on adding any number of pages which he or she thinks necessary. Like here there is a class notes and homework. You can have an additional one, maybe tests or unit wise. So, and then for corrections, of course you have audio corrections, video corrections. Just speak into the laptop. There is no need for any extra hardware or software. And you can have tags such as to do, important questions, websites to visit, important things which are definitions, remember for later, a movie you want to recommend to see. So this there is no limit. What else? Getting back to Teams. Now, if I just click on Meet and I click on now, of course, I click on participants. I can invite all my class members. They are in any case part of this because they are in the team. Now comes the best part. When I click on sharing, I can of course audio, video I can have, and I can record my lessons as well. But apart from that, when I click on sharing, not only can I click and browse my files, whether it's a PPT or whatever, and share with the class, I can click on Microsoft Whiteboard. Look at this. This is a real classroom. So this is a whiteboard itself. So obviously, as expected, you click on add text and you can, type whatever. Supposing you were teaching theorems or anything. You can even download. The best part of this board is that not only are you typing on the board, you can use pens, you can use typing, you can use eraser, you can use sticky notes, anything. You can also bring in some ready-made files on the board, like a PDF file or a Word file, just by clicking on the share option. So you can use it along with the share option of any other file. This is not the only thing. You can invite your students one by one to come up on the board and solve something, or to leave a little remark or whatever. And this itself makes the whole class come to life. Now, this is the power of the Microsoft Teams app. Both students and teachers are getting used to this format of online learning and teaching. But are we able to assess them appropriately in this online format? Of course, yes. Subscribe and stay tuned for next week's episode, in which we will review many ways in which online assessments can be done. See you soon.